teachers. Not quite the opening you were seeing, but I'll tell you, they look good too. What a cheer team right there. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm so excited to say today, it's the students over here ready to rock versus their teachers from Mary Mother of Redeemer Catholic School in Montgomery County. They are officially in the classroom where students and teachers today are both getting graded. Who's going to come out on top? I have $500 on it that says Monco is going to do it right now. And speaking of them, they showed up. Biggest cheer squad we've ever had on the show. We're so glad they're here. Today, cash, bragging rights. What's better? Ooh, I know. It's a pop quiz. Grab your buzzers. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Each correct answer will be worth 10 points. If you buzz in first, wait until your name is called to answer. If you get the question wrong, a contestant from the other team can buzz in and will have a chance to steal. I'm feeling the energy. Let's do it. Here we go. In J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan, what is the first name of John and Michael Darling's sister? Lucy.
Wendy.
Wendy is right. There are 4 traditional seasons of the year: fall, spring, winter, and Mr. Bull. Summer. Summer's right, my favorite. What is the name of the giant Egyptian statue of a noseless creature with the body of a lion, the head of a human? Mr. Bull.
The Sphinx.
Sphinx, the great Sphinx. What is 7 multiplied by 3? Mr. Bull again.
21.
21. Newsflash, his buzzer works. Charlie Horse and Adam's Apple are things players remove from Cavity Sam using tweezers in what Hasbro board game? Mrs. Bull.
Operation.
Operation is right. What 2018 Netflix movie follows a brother and sister who must save Christmas after accidentally crashing Santa's sleigh? The answer, The Christmas Chronicles. How about this one, guys? This one's double. This is extra credit. What is the capital of North Dakota? Mr. Bull.
Bismarck.
Bismarck is right. What animal is Ming Ming in the Nick Jr. show Wonder Pets? Mr. Bull.
Cat.
It's a heck of a guess. Students for the steal, Lucy?
Dog.
Another great guess. We're looking for a duck, guys. Cerebellum, cerebrum, and amygdala, that's a fun word to say, are all parts of what organ in the human body? Here we go, Mrs. Bull.
Brain.
Brain is right. Chocolate, cream, golden thins, and double stuff are all varieties of what Nabisco cookie, Mr. Bull?
Oreo.
Oreo is right, and that is it for Pop Quiz. That was absolutely the running of the bulls between Mrs. Bull and Mr. Bull. They rocked that thing. We're off to a great start for them. Teachers, 80 points. Students, 10 points on the board. The good news, you broke the ice. That's the hardest part. The rest is easy from here. Hey, we have the students and teachers from Mary Mother of Redeemer Catholic School in North Wales, Pennsylvania, right down the road from my house. It's the home of the MMR Vikings. What do you say we meet them?
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm in 8th grade. I play volleyball, and today I'm going to be serving up some bad grades for the teachers.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm in 7th grade. I'm a student council class representative. I play basketball, baseball, and football, and Chris don't miss.
Hey, I'm Lucy. I'm in 7th grade. I play 2 sports and 2 instruments, and all these teachers have taught me, but today we're going to teach them a lesson.
Hi, I'm Mr. Bull. I'm the 6th grade religion and science teacher, and I usually give these students A's, but today they're going to be getting an L.
Hi, I'm Ms. Reardon. I'm the honors math teacher, and math is everywhere.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Bull. I'm the stream teacher, and I teach religion, and we welcome out-of-the-box thinking in our new innovation lab. Today, I'm proud to say I'm the mom of our team captain, Mr. Bull.
How about those intros? My man Chris, did you come up with that motto yourself?
Yeah.
Chris don't miss? I'm going to get a tattoo of it right on my forearm. Would that be cool? I'm telling you, that could be the new slogan of the fall. Hey, that could put me in detention. I think that's where we might go next. Put your buzzers down. You'll work together on this one. This is how detention works. I will give one team a category. As a team, you will have 10 seconds to decide if you want to play or pass. If you choose to play and answer the question correctly, you can send any member of the other team to detention. If you get it wrong, the other team can send one of you. If you pass, the other team has to answer the question, and the same elimination rules apply. The first team to send everyone from the other team to detention will win 40 points. Okay, guys, we're going to start with the trailing team. Here we go, students. Here's your category. Ooh, they're looking at me right now. You guys are ready for it. Math. On my left side, we have a science, we have a math teacher. We also have another math teacher. Do you want?
We're gonna play.
You're gonna play it. That seems like a good idea. Here we go, the category math. What property of addition states that two numbers can be added in any order and the sum will be the same?
Commutative.
Bam! Yeah! That's right, guys. So not only do they not pass to the two math teachers, but they get it right. So good job, those math teachers are teaching you well. But one of the things best to go to detention. What do you want to do?
Mr. Bull. Mr. Bull.
Mr. Bull, hand it over. Now, if you're watching at home, you saw that camera shot right there that Chris immediately pointed at Mr. Bull while the two teammates came in to talk about it, and he just continued to point at Mr. Bull. Chris, did you ever get a detention for Mr. Bull?
No, but I might. No.
Yeah. You're absolutely going to have one now. Okay, teachers, we move it over to you. How do you feel about social studies?
Passing.
We're going to pass it.
We're going to pass it over here to Megan, Chris, and Lucy. They all failed social studies last year. Good luck. What U.S. policy, named for the president who delivered the message to Congress in 1823, warned European powers not to interfere in the affairs of the Western Hemisphere? What U.S. policy is that?
I have no idea. I don't know. Pass. You pass. We don't know.
The answer, the Monroe Doctrine, was the right one there. Teachers with a great pass. They just high-fived each other next to you. They say, yeah, good work. We just didn't know that one. Okay, guys, great pass. You get to send one of your students to detention.
Lucy. Yeah.
Lucy.
Lucy out of there, our 7th grader, guys. Lucy is a brilliant 7th grader, but she's in detention now and officially out of the game. And we move back to our students. Okay, guys, here you go. Category of sports.
We'll play.
What's that mean? Chris don't miss? That's it. In current swimming competitions, the individual medley event involves one athlete swimming how many different strokes within one race?
3. Is it? 4.
Chris don't miss! That's right!
Nice.
Chris, I heard you say 3. She goes, are you sure? No. And he says 4. I don't know what happened, but I love the excitement over here. From 3 to 4, 4's gonna get to you. Is it Miss Reardon or Mrs. Bull?
I say Mrs. Bull. Mrs. Bull.
Mama Bull out of the game. She heads off to pasture to hang out with her son. Mother and son in detention. You've never had that before. I gotta admit, I love this. This is what makes this show so special. Okay, Mrs. Reardon, how you feeling?
Nervous.
Yeah. You wanna go to commercial break really quick? Too bad. Here's your category. It's television.
I'll pass.
You're gonna pass it.
Yes.
You guys are always smiling. What Disney Channel TV spinoff centers around a single mother with psychic powers raising her 2 kids, Nia and Booker?
Raven's Home.
Raven's Home is right. How about it? Takes it on the pass. Do you want to tell Mrs. Reardon to go to detention, or should I? We'll see. We'll take the walk. Lucy, get out of here. They just saved the day. How about it, guys? Another 40 points gets added to your score, bringing you guys up to 50. When we come back, we're going to put some art easels in their hand because one of them may be the best artist you've ever seen. Don't go anywhere. Whoa, look at those things. Pop it. You guys are doing awesome. I love that. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's students and teachers today from Mary Mother of Redeemer Catholic School in Montco. The audience is popping here. Liam, you feeling good?
Yeah.
All right, you go to MMR. How cool of a school is it?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, there you heard it here first. It's the best in the business. Let's go to art class.
Liam, you're fantastic. I just want to tell you that. I love it. I might go to MMR with that kind of excitement out there. All right, here's how this game works, guys. Each team selected one player to draw. The trailing team's going to go first. So students, we're up here. Lucy's up here joining me right now. She's going to select one of these two cards with a word or phrase hidden on the inside. She's going to have 5 seconds and only 5 seconds to draw. Teammates will have 10 seconds to talk and make one guess. The correct answer is going to be worth 30 points. If she doesn't make it incorrect, they get it incorrect. We're going to give a few more chances, but the points are going to decrease. Lucy, I don't know which side of the board you're on right now, but when you're done playing hide and seek, I want you to pick one of these colors. She picked the red. Okay, blue's going back in my pocket. You can open that up. Chris and Megan are both smiling at you right now. This is a good one. I can't wait to see how you do this. 5 seconds is going to be on the clock. Uncap it. You ready? Here we go. 5 seconds starts now. Tough one right here, guys. I'm going to be honest. But if anybody can do it, it is Lucy. Okay. Not bad. 10 seconds, you two. What are we looking at?
Bacon. Bacon. Yeah. All right, bacon.
Oh! First round! That is right! 30 points! Wow! Lucy, you are an artist! How about that? 80 points on the first round. It is a tie game. Lucy, we're going to switch you up. You head to the back. I need my girl, Mrs. Bull, up here, or as we like to call her on the show, Mama Bull. What do you say you get this right on the first try? We're going to say it's unbelievable. All right, we're going to give you this card. I should have been ready, but I was prepared for that joke instead. Okay, you take the blue card. Open that up. Got it. Give that back to me. 5 seconds and 5 seconds only. And it starts right now. And stop. Wow. Good luck, guys. What are we looking at?
Calculator.
She's loving it. Another back-to-back perfect draws. That brings them up to 110 points on both sides. Did an excellent job. Before we go to break, I'm going to put some more points on the line. Who wants some extra credit? All right, I'm going to ask one extra credit question. Both teams have 1 minute during the commercial break to write down their answer. Correct answer is going to get them 10 points. Here it is. If Kyle is 3 feet, 10 inches tall, what is his height in inches? Hey, Ms. Bull, you might want to use this calculator that's right here. Do you know the answer? We're going to have it for you when we come back. Welcome back into the classroom. Today, it's students and teachers from Mary Mother of Redeemer Catholic School in Montgomery County. Before we went to break, I asked both teams this extra credit question. It's worth 10 points. If Kyle is 3 feet, 10 inches tall, what is his height in inches? Students, we're going to start with you. Megan?
46 inches.
Yeah, 46 is right. 10 points gets you up to 90. Mr. Bull?
We also said 46 inches.
46 inches, okay. Now, students, a lot in the line. You at 90 points here. If you guys win this 500, where's it going today?
We're putting flexible seating in our innovation lab.
Cool. Like bean bags and...
Rockers. Yeah, kind of like, yeah.
Okay, nice. She had to think about it for a second, but once we got there, yeah, we're getting bean bags. That sounds pretty sweet. Teachers, 500 if you get it. Where's it going to go?
We are going to use the money to get new broadcast studio equipment for our broadcast studio in our new innovation lab coming next school year.
Wow, so you're going to try to start your own episode of the classroom.
You might want to.
Okay, guys. Well, a lot going on here. I'm so glad both sides are putting the money to great use. And you know what? It's been a fun game. Everybody's smiling. What do you say we take some pictures with Picture Day? The cards are ready. Grab your buzzers, teams. You're going to need them right here. We're going to show you all a picture of a famous person, place, or thing, and then we completely covered it with boxes. I'll give you 3 clues, though. With each clue I give you, we're going to move 3 of those boxes. You buzz in first. You get it correct, 10 points. If you get it wrong, you're locked out, but the other side's going to have a chance to buzz in and steal those points from you. We have 3 pictures today. Good luck, everybody. Here's your first clue. What do you say we get into this? This character is known for being happy. Second clue, 3 more boxes. Here we go. She's a princess turned queen. Finally, this one should do it, everybody. Let's open it up with this. This pink character is from the movie Trolls. The audience wants to yell out, "It's Poppy!" The answer is Poppy. There it is. It's Poppy. She's fantastic in that movie. No points there, but we do have another picture right on deck. Here we go with clue number 1. This should be a good one. It was featured in the movie Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. They are not giving us a lot there with those 3 pictures. Here we go with clue 2. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered a famous speech from here. Mr. Bull.
Lincoln Memorial.
Is that the Lincoln Memorial? Yeah, that sure is. Okay. Mr. Bull takes it in, gets 130 right there, up his team. Students, let's see if you can get to 100 points right here. Question. This person really likes to play video games. Mr. Bull.
Ninja.
Is that Ninja? Good guess. Students, free guess here if you'd like to try. Buzzin' if you know it. Otherwise, we keep moving. Nope. Clue 2, we move on. His jersey number, 35, was in honor of his childhood coach. It sits as a stalemate. This one's last clue here, guys. Good luck, everybody. This former Golden State Warrior player signed to play with the Brooklyn Nets in the summer of 2019. First in, Mr. Bull.
That's Kevin Durant.
Is that Kevin Durant? That's KD right there. Mr. Bull grabbing that game by the horns, takes it up to 140. Students with 90. Both sides have played excellently thus far. And you guys know what time it is. It's the end. We're going right into our final exam. The topic of today's final exam is discoveries. I'm going to ask both teams 3 questions about our final exam topic. They get the question right. It's 100 points to their score. They'll write down their answers during the commercial break. You'll have 60 seconds on the clock. But first, what do you say we hear these questions? Good luck, everybody. The game comes down to this. What did James W. Marshall discover in Coloma, California in 1848 that caused about 300,000 fortune seekers to travel there? That's question 1. Here's question 2 in discoveries. Piper Hart finally discovers that her brother is a superhero sidekick in a 2019 2-part episode of what Nickelodeon show? Discoveries, question 3, final exam. In 1769, James Watt improved what type of engine that helped power factories, mines, and locomotives by burning coal to heat water? There are the questions. It's 3 of them, 100 points each, 60 seconds on the clock. Will it be Lucy, Chris, and Megan upsetting their 3 favorite teachers, or will the Bulls take them out to pasture? Mama Bull, Papa Bull, and my girl, Mrs. Reardon. Hey, when we come back, we're going to crown a champion. We'll see you right after the break.
Does your school want to be part of a game show pitting students against teachers? If you're a principal or an authorized school official, go to theclassroom.com for more information on how to get on the show.
Welcome back into the classroom. Today we have students and teachers from Mary Mother of Redeemer Catholic School, and it is a great game right now. Teachers 140, students 90, and my producers said I've had one too many bull puns today. I say that's bull-loney. Nailed it. Okay, sorry guys. The topic of today's final exam is discoveries. Now, before we went to break, I asked both teams the 3 questions about discoveries. Each correct answer you guys get right is going to be worth 100. Same goes for you. Who's going to ace this thing? We're about 30 seconds from finding out, everybody. Here's the first question. What did James W. Marshall discover in Coloma, California in 1849 that caused about 300,000 fortune seekers to travel there? We're going to start with our students because you are behind. Lucy.
Gold.
Gold is right, getting you up to 190. You taste that lead for a little bit, but to the teachers, bring it right back.
Gold.
Gold is right, back to 240, 190. We move to question 2. Piper Hart finally discovers that her brother is a superhero sidekick in a 2019 2-part episode of what Nickelodeon show? This was a big episode. Let's go to it. Let's see what they said.
Kid Danger.
Oh, no. You were so close. I'm going to hold off on giving you the right answer for 1 second. Miss Reardon, can you clean this up?
Henry Danger.
No, Blue's Clues.
There's nothing like a good two-part Blue's Clues episode, am I right? The right answer was Henry Danger. His name in the show was?
Kid Danger.
Kid Danger. So you didn't get the points there, and we stay at 190 and 240. Now the cheer team is ready to storm this stage. Who's going to win this thing? In 1769, James Watt improved what type of engine that helped power factories, mines, and locomotives by burning coal to heat water? Students, you have to get this right, or this game is over. $500 goes back with these teachers. Megan, you said?
Light bulb.
Oh, no, incorrect. Steam engine was the right answer. Teachers win the game. And $500. Come on out here, guys. Look at them all. Bring that check. We got the principal in the mix. And my man Liam's back. Hope you guys had a good time on this show. $500 going back with those teachers. Cheer team, the best in the business. Show them that spirit over there.